Hi, welcome to the channel. Well, you've met somebody, you two are hitting it off, and then they reveal that they've got children. Uh-oh, that's a red flag. Dating a single parent? Let's talk about it. So, single parenthood is a red flag. What you have to determine is whether or not it's a red flag that you can deal with, or it's actually a red flag that's a deal breaker. When you're dating, one of the things you have to understand is that the older you are, the more likely your dating pool is going to consist of people who have children. What you have to do is discern through your examination whether or not all the components of single parenthood are either in your favor or not. There are 4 components to a relationship with you and a single parent. Those components are your partner, the children, the baby mamas or the baby daddies, and you. So you want to examine each component to see where the other red flags lie. And if there are too many red flags, you might want to exit stage left. So let's talk about your partner. Well, when you look at your potential partner and you see that they have children, you need to figure out whether or not they have it together. In order to do that, you're going to have to inspect their maturity level and their responsibilities. Because when you have children, children need structure. So what you need to see is whether or not your partner is the custodial parent or the non-custodial parent. If your partner is a custodial parent, that means they have the kids pretty much all of the time, or at least most of the year. If they're the non-custodial parent, then chances are they have the kids either every weekend or during holidays or during school breaks. What that comes down to is that you need to see whether your partner has it together in the areas of structure, time management, and priorities, because you need to see how this dynamic between your partner and the children plays out. The biggest sacrifice your partner is going to have to make is time. So if you choose to go forward with dating them, there's a good chance that you're not going to receive all the time that you think you deserve. Why? Because your partner needs to split their time between themselves, their career, and their children. So you may fall far on the back burner when it comes to how time is being spent. Your partner may express to you that you are not number 2 or number 3 or number 4, 5, or 6 when it comes to how they spend their time. The next thing you want to know is, how is your partner supporting their children? Either 1, they can be an excellent provider, supporting the children financially, emotionally, socially, in all aspects of the children's lives. Or 2, they can be a provider, but only because the court system has stepped in and is now enacting child support. So basically, their contribution is just financial. Or 3, they could be comfortable sitting back and letting others provide for the children, meaning their family, or letting the other parent carry the bulk of the load, or even letting the government provide, even though they're capable of providing that assistance themselves. The next thing you need to examine is, what type of a parent is your partner? Usually with parenting, there's a scale from the super lenient to the super strict. You need to find out where your partner falls on that scale. Are they the fun one who want to be friends with their kids? Or are they the super strict ones where the kids are not even allowed to breathe without permission? You need to know, because you want to determine whether or not your parenting style actually meshes with their parenting style. The other thing you want to examine with your partner is whether or not they're what's called a deadbeat parent. Deadbeat parents are parents who really are not involved in their children's lives. Not emotionally, socially, nada. So that means they may complain about having to spend time with the children. They also may not know much about their children. They may not know how many children they actually have. They may not know the names of their children. They may not know the birth order of their children. They certainly have no clue about what's going on in their children's lives. And you need to know that, because once again, you're thinking about forming a relationship with this person. The next thing you want to look at, if you're thinking about potentially dating a single parent, is that you want to look at the children. There are 3 factors you need to consider. Number 1, how were these children conceived? If these children are the product of one-night stands, then there's a good chance that these children are not wanted and just tolerated. On the other hand, are these children the result of spousal privileges being given too early, or the result of someone trying to trap someone? In which case, the children may be an inconvenience. They're wanted, but they just aren't wanted at this time, or they're just not wanted with that other parent. The third way could be if the children are the result of a spousal relationship, which means these children come with extreme soul ties. The second factor you need to consider are the sheer number of children. Now, I see children as plates spinning on a stick, and they spin 24/7. So in order to keep that plate spinning up there, it takes an incredible amount of attention, time, and resources. So the more children your potential partner has, the more plates they have to keep spinning. The third factor you need to figure out are the children themselves. Looking at the children themselves, you're going to examine the team dynamics that they have with your potential partner. So, are these children well behaved? Are these children hellions? Are these children disabled? Each type of child is going to demand a different type of attention from your potential partner. Another thing you need to look at with the children is whether or not they like you. After all, you're a new person coming into their lives. So, if they like you, great. But what if they don't? Well, so you've examined your partner, you've examined the children, now you need to examine the baby mamas and the baby daddies. When you look at the baby mamas or the baby daddies, the first thing you need to figure out is just how many of them are there. 1, 2, 4, 8? How many people are in this dynamic? The second thing you need to do, no matter how many baby mamas or how many baby daddies there are, is you have to humble yourself and you have to meet each and every one of them. The reason you need to do this is because you need to vet them and they need to vet you. You are entering their children's lives. Trust me, they need to know who you are. You also want to know them because you want to find out the same things about them that you found out about the partner. So are they the custodial parent or the non-custodial parent? How do they handle maturity and the responsibility? What type of parent are they on the scale of leniency to being strict? Also, are they deadbeats? You need to figure all this out during your meeting with the various baby mamas and baby daddies because that's going to determine the dynamic between the kids, your partner, and them, and how you flow into that. The last component that you need to look at is you. You need to figure out if you're a good fit for having a relationship with a single parent. Your partner, their children, and the baby mama or the baby daddy, they're a package deal. They all come together. You need to figure out what your role is and whether or not you can achieve it or maintain it. What you have to realize is that children are not pets. That means this is a 24/7 job, and the more children there are, the more jobs you are about to have. Remember, children are those plates spinning, and your partner is spinning all of these plates. So you have to figure out whether or not you have the maturity to help them spin these plates. The third thing you need to realize if you're going to try and date a single parent is that you are not the children's parent. So that means that if you have an issue with how the child is being raised, if you have an issue about the parenting style of your partner or the baby mama or the baby daddy, you have about this much say-so in the matter. The fourth thing you need to understand is that your own goal of being a parent may be delayed or may not happen at all because you're getting with someone who already has children. So they're already spinning a bunch of plates. They may not want to add another plate, or they may tell you to wait, a decade until they can get a couple of the plates off, and then they're ready to put your plate up there. Are you willing to defer your own dreams for this relationship. So, what are some of the good points of dating a single parent? Well, the first good point is that you are signing up for an Insta family. That means you're walking in and you've already got kids on the table. If you love children, but you don't like the idea of producing kids, then if you get involved with a single parent, guess what? That's already happened. You don't have to be involved in any of that. Also, your partner already has a head start on child rearing. So basically, all you have to do is just learn the established routine and see where you can fit in and help out. Another good point of dating somebody who's a single parent is that you have the chance to influence young minds. So if you're really a kid person, you're like really into kids, well, by dating a single parent, you have access to children who you can influence. That can turn out to be a great positive relationship, not only for you, but for them as well. Ready? If you already like children, is that you can supplement the relationship that the kids have with the deadbeat parent. Because basically what's going to happen is you're about to pick up all those responsibilities that a deadbeat basically does not want to carry anyway. So chances are you won't have to worry about a lot of drama involved because a deadbeat parent really isn't involved. Another reason why dating a single parent might be beneficial to you is that maybe you're unable to have children. So this type of dating relationship may be the relationship for you. Maybe they want to do it right with you. Perhaps the children were produced during one-night stands, or maybe they were produced inconveniently. However, your partner now wants to do it the right way, and they want to do it the right way with you. And a final reason to get into a dating relationship with a single parent is because you love them. You love them and you've seen all their flaws, and you've determined that the red flag of single parenthood is not something that's a deal breaker for you, and you know you can handle the challenge. Just remember, you want to make sure that if you're entering a dating relationship with a single parent, make sure you're not doing it because you're attempting to prove your love by accepting this massive responsibility. And make sure you're not trying to come in, swoop in, and be a rescuer and save the day for your partner and their children when you don't really know your partner that well. When dating a single parent, it's important that you ask yourself, does my partner need my love, or do they just need my help? Well, that's all for this video. I hope you understand how demanding and challenging a relationship with a single parent can be. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you'll be made aware when the next one drops, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me.